Hi guys, I know it's been a little while, about a month since I made a video. And I used to have to hold crystals when I made videos because I was nervous, but in light of this full moon and eclipse, I feel like I need to do this. There's a message that needs to get out. And, well, here we go. Whatever's gonna come out. I haven't pulled cards in a month. It's like looking at these cards is kind of like, I know I should have done it sooner, but I was going through a lot of grief. And I know through what a lot of people have said is like, don't do manifesting or, those kind of rituals during this eclipse because it's chaotic energy. So instead, I'll do a video and I'll read some cards. And I know most card readers like to show the cards, but I got to be different. So, like I said before, you got to look at my face. My cards are just, I just use them as a guideline for what Spirit wants me to say. So, I know with what I have gone through, and I know I just watched the last video that I did, I'm still carrying some of that pain in me, and I'm working on healing that. And I know full moons are the biggest time when I purge, but I don't feel like I'm going to purge in the traditional sense. And what I need to do is make this video. Sorry, my cat is on the table and but I feel like I've had to go through a lot of healing since everything that I have gone through in the past going on 4 months. And if you can see the background, I'm back where I started. And it's bringing up a lot of pain for me. A lot of you need to take the lessons with everything that you go through. Everything is teaching you something. And if you're only experiencing the pain, or you're trying to run away from it or bury it, you're not going to get the lesson out of it. So you need to free yourself, and you need to allow yourself to feel whatever is coming up, whatever the situation is bringing up in you, the teachable lesson, and feel everything. Because that's the only way you're going to be reborn, as my cards are saying, is being strong and transform from all that pain and suffering. Because I know a lot of people are going through a lot of shit right now. And, it's not just me. There's a lot of people going through a lot of shit. And you have to stay strong in that. I know it's hard. I've fallen apart so many times, but you know what? There is strength in falling apart and picking yourself back up. You cannot be reborn until you have died, in a sense. Whether it's figuratively or literally. But, you cannot be reborn until you have accepted the pain, the suffering, the lesson, and accepted yourself for who you are, for what you're going through, and what it's teaching you. We're not all going through the same exact thing, but we are, us that are aware and awake, are going through a process that is bringing out the best in us. We cannot become our best selves without releasing the worst of ourselves. And from personal experience, the worst of myself is self-destructive behaviors, anger, lashing out, blaming. I have to accept that, and I have to understand that, and I have to be better. I have to learn from it. All the mistakes that everyone makes teaches you something. But you're going to keep making the same mistakes until you learn the lesson. You're going to keep going through the same shit until you learn what it's trying to teach you. And only then will you truly be free. Just like the phoenix burning into ashes and then being reborn. You will not be free until you have freed yourself of yourself. When you hold on to grief and pain and you don't allow yourself to feel it, or you blame everybody else for it, and you don't take accountability for your own actions and your own patterns, you will not grow. You need to accept the things that are dark within you, because all anybody else is doing, all the other situations are doing in your life, is mirroring back to you what is within you, the darkness within you. And as I've said before, I hate the term ego death, because you do not want to kill a part of yourself. The ego is integral into who you are. It is born of preservation. The ego doesn't need to die. It needs to be integrated. You need to accept the darkness within you. You need to align it with your light, because we all have light and dark. We can all go either way, but without feeling things, without accepting who you are, without being strong and persevering through all of those things, you lose yourself. I have lost myself many times, but you know what? It feels like I've gone through a dozen lifetimes of trauma just to clear within this one life. And I always get back up. No matter how many times I want to give up, I've tried to give up. The universe is like, no, bitch, you're taking this shit, you're accepting it, and you're going on. So I keep going. And there is true strength in that acceptance, and in getting up and keeping going. You have to keep going. And I've said it so many times before too about this toxic positivity. That you need to feel negative emotions. You need to purge that out of you. Yeah, maybe there are some people that are just fucking sunshine and rainbows 24/7, but most of the people talking about this shit in the spiritual community are fakes. I don't want to get too deep into that, but they've infiltrated and the big names, beware of. Just beware. Because you need to process, you need to purge, and if you lose your shit and have a total mental breakdown, good. Because you're purging, you're feeling, you're going through what you need to go through. And then when you come out the other side, it's like the sky opens up and you see a whole new world. A whole new world. You know that fucking song. But it's true. Who cares what anybody thinks? Who cares if nobody understands what you're going through and everybody just wants you to be normal? And most of us who are light workers will never fit the description of normal. We feel deeply, and most people don't understand. Most people can't accept what we are. The empaths, the light workers, the transmuters. We are what we are. We go through what we go through for a reason. And we are strong. There is so much going on in this world right now that if we that are supposed to fight this shit, the spiritual warriors, can't get our own shit together, how are we gonna help the world? So yes, we go through the hardest of times. We go through the most trauma. Because you can't help anybody if you can't help yourself. So believe in yourself. Because nobody else is going to. You may have friends and, support around you, but if you don't believe in yourself, no amount of anyone else telling you will make any difference. You have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself. Because if you don't, you're not going anywhere. And that is what the hardest lessons are trying to teach you. Believe in you. You matter. You are the most important thing to you. And in the spiritual community, once you find that in yourself, you will be the fucking light for the rest of us, for the rest of the collective, the world. You will make a world of difference. You may think you don't, but just one light can get so many through the darkness. So believe it and love yourself. And believe that all of us that are the true light workers that aren't trying to lead you astray, we love you too and we're here for you. Have a good night. I love you.